What is up, guys? My name is Nick and welcome back to another Black Ops Cold War top 5 best class setup video. Now I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. When the game first came out, I wasn't crazy about it, but the more you weapon up these guns, the more weapons you get to play with, the easier the game actually becomes. And that's kind of weird because like usually guns do really good on their base version and stuff, but these ones here, you really need to utilize these attachments. And I'm gonna give you guys the best attachments for these weapons, the top 5 best guns in the entire game, and let's get straight into it, man. If you guys could drop a like on this video, that would be truly appreciated. We're not gonna set like a huge like goal or anything, but if we could go for 1,500 likes on this one, guys, I would truly appreciate that. And let me know down in the comments below what your favorite weapon currently is in the whole entire game. I think mine's the Bullfrog. A lot of people might not like the Bullfrog, but if you play with it right, this thing is an absolute beast. And before we go on with the video, man, if you guys could subscribe with those notifications turned on, that would be cool. Now let's get into the first weapon on this list, and this is going to be the AUG. Now I believe this is the second ever Call of Duty that ever brought the AUG back as a burst weapon. Normally the AUG is a fully automatic. I believe even in Black Ops 1, the original, it was a fully automatic, but in this one here, it is a burst weapon, and it's actually really overpowered. Now they did nerf the AUG and the M16, or I think they only nerfed the M16, so the AUG is still crazy good, and you guys want to use this because before it gets nerfed, man. The first thing you want to run on this is the muzzle brake 5.56. Now all this gives you is 10% vertical recoil control, but we already know that this gun is so good at long range that you want to have a little bit of vertical recoil control on your side in order to go off on people a lot easier and stuff like that. So that's really nice to help you guys out with, and hopefully you can one burst people at range because it's honestly broken at the moment. The next attachment is going to be the barrel, and that is the 19.8 inch Task Force. Now this one's great. This is insane. The negatives suck. Don't get me wrong, the negatives suck. It takes away 20% vertical recoil control and 15% horizontal recoil control, but all the positives that this thing gives is crazy. So it gives you 19% damage buff, it gives you 50% effective damage range, and also gives you 50% bullet velocity. So this thing right here, just at range alone, this gun is probably one of the better guns in the entire game. After that, we're going to go to the underbarrel, and this is going to be the Field Agent foregrip. You want that vertical recoil and horizontal recoil control that we just lost. You definitely want to get some of that back, because if you don't, it's not going to be as good as you wished it was. And trust me, you want to have that. You want to have some sort of vertical and horizontal recoil control on this gun. Now for the last two attachments, one of them is going to be the handle, and we're going to go with the SASR Jungle Grip, which gives you ADS speed at 20% and 80% flinch resistance. So pretty much when people are shooting at you, you're not going to be moving or anything like that. You're pretty resistant with that right there. And the last attachment is the stock, which I decided to go with the CQB pad. Now this gives you sprint to fire time, which is really nice to have on a gun, but it takes away some hip fire accuracy, I should say. Now you guys might notice in the background, I was playing bots, and that's because every single time I went to record AUG gameplay, something happened with my recording software, and it just screwed the whole entire video up. So I don't want to give you guys a video that's 10 frames per second or anything like that. So I jumped into bots really quickly, and I went and got that done for you guys, because like otherwise you guys are gonna hate the video in the background. Now all the other guns, don't worry about, man. We got the MP5 at the number 4 spot. Now I did share an MP5. I think I've shared 2 MP5 classes with you guys already, but I changed it up completely, and this is the better of all 3 classes that I'm going to give you guys. This is probably the best one. Now the first one is going to be sound suppression. It gives you muzzle flash concealment, which is really nice to have. Now a lot of you guys might say, well, who cares about that? No one really cares about that. It also makes your gun sound suppressed, so no one's going to hear it, and I believe it does take your red dot off the minimap when you're shooting, so you don't have to worry about that as well. That's really nice to have. Now it does take away some effective damage range, but it's the MP5. You should be using it up close. You shouldn't be using the MP5 for long range. After we went with the barrel, which is the 9.1 inch rifled, which gives you that 25% effective damage range. So we have extra effective damage range pretty much with this right here, and I like it because like that right there, it just helps you get those mid-range shots on a lot easier. The underbarrel is 100% the foregrip, so you don't lose much horizontal recoil on this weapon right here. It gives you 15% control back on that, which is really nice to have. After that, we're going to go with the magazine, which is going to be the 40 round speed mag. Now this one is really crazy. It gives you 33% magazine ammo capacity, max starting ammo and ammo capacity, and it gives you 25% reload quickness. That's crazy. Now it does take away a whole bunch of ADS at 20%, but that's really like, dude, don't worry about it. We're going to go, and we're not going to worry about that too much, because we're going to put on the next attack attachment, which is going to be an optional one, and you could throw on the stock collapse stock, which gives you 10% sprint to fire time, or you could go ahead and try to put the last one here where you lose 30% hip fire accuracy, but you get 30% sprint to fire time and 10% aim, walk, and movement speed. So this one's better in my opinion, but you are losing hip fire accuracy. I like hip firing with this gun, but that might just be me. Going off to the next weapons, we got the AK74U at the number 3 spot, and this one right here is my favorite class for the AK74U. The muzzle is the muzzle brake 5.56. You get vertical recoil control. Who doesn't want that? The barrel is the 9.3 inch VDV reinforced, which gives you 18% effective damage range and 80% bullet velocity. Really nice to have on that right there. The body, which is kind of weird, I don't really like using bodies too much on this one, but it gives you 15% hip fire accuracy, and that is the steady aim laser. I'm not really crazy about the lasers in this game compared to Modern Warfare, where they did lasers a lot better than this one right here. And for the last two attachments, the handle is going to be the Spetsnaz field grip, which gives you 15% ADS speed and 80% flinch resistance, so that's really nice, but you are losing 12% sprint to fire time, which in my opinion is okay because we're getting 30% sprint to fire time with the no stock attachment as the last attachment on this class. So that's the AK74U. Now I want to talk about my favorite weapon in the game, and that is currently the Bullfrog. And the reason I like the Bullfrog might seem weird, might sound weird, but it's one of the only weapons that is actually really good right off the rip. Without any attachments whatsoever, this thing is great. So the barrel is going to be the 7.6, I was going to say 9, it's 7.6 inch rifled, which gives you extra damage range at 25%. The body is going to be, again, the steady aim laser, so you get 15 or 16%, I should say, extra hip fire accuracy, which is really nice to have on this gun. This gun has a nice iron sight, so I would utilize aiming down sights with this right away, man. The magazine is going to be fast mags, just so you could reload quicker. That's not even a word, quicker. I was gonna say go ahead and put on the 65 round mags, but then you're losing reload speed and stuff like that, and you get a few extra bullets. At least this way here, if you reload a lot faster, you don't need to worry about having extra bullets in the gun. The handle is gonna be the Grew Elastic Wrap. This gives you 30% ADS speed, 90% flinch resistance, and you could aim while drop shotting, so that's really nice, but you are losing sprint to fire speed and shooting move speed, so that's kind of whack, but whatever, man. You get some sprint to fire speed right back with the last attachment, which is going to be the stock, the wire stock, so that's pretty good to have right there as well. Now the last weapon, just like the other one, I actually haven't really used this one much online, so I don't have many attachments unlocked for it. I have the first attachment of the first category, so if you guys want to copy my class exactly, go ahead, but this class right here that I'm going to show you instead, that I was testing out in private matches, is a lot better than the class that I have currently for this gun. And the barrel is going to be the 20.5 inch Task Force. This gives you damage, it gives you effective damage range, and it gives you bullet velocity, so that's really nice to have. The body, I do have this one and I am rocking it, but I don't have the other attachments that really go for it, and that's going to be the steady aim laser for 20% hip fire accuracy. In case people run up to you up close, you got that on your side. The underbarrel is the vertical agent foregrip, or the field agent foregrip, my bad. It gives you vertical recoil control and horizontal recoil control, so that's really cool. The handle is the airborne elastic wrap for that ADS speed, flinch resistance, and again, aim while going prone, which I'm not really going to utilize on ARs too much. And the stock 30% sprint to fire speed with the buffer tube. So that's it right there, man. If you guys did enjoy the video, if you could smack a like, I would truly appreciate that. Let me know, man, what your favorite weapon currently is in the game, and subscribe with those notifications turned on if you guys are new around here. Like I said, man, 1,500 likes, if you guys could do it, that would be awesome. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.